Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about first the random rectangles that you guys had already started. And I believe, with your random rectangles, we looked at a page that had all these random rectangles. Okay, so you looked at that page. And then you were supposed to give me your first impression of the average area of your rectangle. So you're supposed to give me a number here of what just you thought when you turned that paper over, the average area of a rectangle on there would be. Then I had you pick 10 rectangles, and we did complete that already, right? And you got the average area. Okay, so this was your best guess of what you thought the average area was on there. So I let you hand pick the triangles or rectangles. Then finally we used a random number generator and let it define for us which rectangles to average the areas. And so then we got that number. And so the actual average is, okay, I'm not going to tell you yet. Let's go back here and let's just see what happened to some of your results. Okay, so tell me some of your first impression numbers. Just yell them out, I don't care. 8. No, not 64. 6, okay. Really? Okay. 2 is the average area, I don't think. What? You put 7.5. Okay. Okay. What, when you did your best guess, did you think the average areas were? So when you got to hand pick them, what? Okay. Now, how about randomly generated ones? Okay. Okay. All right, interesting. Okay. This number, I will tell you, this number in my other classes is low. These are looking low. Y'all weren't so overwhelmed with all of the rectangles you saw there. My other classes thought these numbers were more like 11, 12, 10, 13. So they were more like that. That kind of surprised me that somebody even, this 6 came up here. Okay, but what do you think was supposed to be the progression from your first impression here to our randomly generated numbers? Good, they're getting lower. Because what happens is when you see these numbers, you see all that on this page, that black on the page, you don't notice all the little areas of the ones that are up there. And so then you miss that part. So the average, or the actual area, I will tell you right now, is 7.42. Okay? So you can write that on your paper. It's 7.42. Now, I want to see a show of hands of those who did better on their best guess than the randomly generated ones. Who was better on their best guess? Okay? So 7 people were better when they hand-picked their rectangles. Okay? Raise your hand if you were better when you did your randomly generated ones. That's it. Y'all aren't. Okay, I needed that number. 10, okay, to prove my point. So the purpose of this activity is to show you that more people were more accurate by using randomly generated numbers rather than even making their very best guess. Therefore, randomness rules. Okay? That's what you need to remember. Randomness is your friend. It cuts out any bias that you have, a visual bias where you thought that they were a lot bigger in area than they actually were. Okay. Follow? Okay. So now let's go back and let's talk about sample size. So next we're going to talk about the sample size of what happens when you have a sampling, and we're always trying to the goal is to be able to generalize the characteristics of the entire population by just a little random sampling that we have taken. So the question might come about as to, does the size of sample that you take matter? And so there's 2 videos here that we're going to watch to give you an idea, and then we'll record some kind of just general thoughts on the notes page.